that could be a key tackle by Peyton Manning.
And Tennessee, the commercial break. For Rip Shear, you had to hope he could run it all the way in because this offense really struggles. But they only need a half yard for the touchdown. They go to Anderson, and he's in. Ted Lane adds the extra point. How bad has their offense been this year? That's just his 9th extra point of the season.
Luckily. 4 wides back to the dime coverage.
And Jay Graham alone back. And he gets the call on the draw. And is wrapped up at the 32-yard line. Memphis native playing for his hometown university. On 2nd down and 5. The pass batted and nearly picked off. And Williams had seen the ball.
And also for Peyton Manning.
Manning now 7 for 14 for 102 yards. And he has been changing the play frequently at the line of scrimmage. He throws, first down. Caught by Joey Kent. Out at the 46, a pickup of 13, and Manning wants him to get quickly back to the line of scrimmage with 1:57 left in the half.
Good job being patient that time. They had a weak side zone, and he waited for the curl to clear. That was vintage Manning.
3 catches for Kent. Manning trying to throw it in the flat. Graham collided with Bowling.
Now, if I'm Cutcliffe or Philip Fulmer, I'm looking for some interference here. Watch Bowling, who's going to peel off with the back. He pushes him. The ball's in the air. That's interference. That's interference. David Cutcliffe a little frustrated right now. I don't think he expected to only score 7 points this deep into the first half.
Second and 10. Tigers coming to blitz. It's well picked up. The pass, again, nearly intercepted by Spann. There is a flag. Andy McCullough. See. 0-15 all time against the Volunteers. Manning goes high. You can see nervous feet. That's coming up in 1 minute and 37 seconds. Manning 3 for his last 10. Flag down. Pass caught by Peerless Price. Close to a first down at the 34-9-yard line. Second and 15. Graham Malone back. They come. Screen to the tight end, and Dustin Moore managed to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Richard Hope.
First half of the Florida game.
3rd down and 15. Under a minute left in the half. Manning forced to go out of bounds in front of the raucous Memphis sideline at the 43. Chased out by Marvin Thomas. 6th punt already for Binion. And a good one. Chancey Carr from the 18 has it in reverse. And goes down to the 19. 39-yard punt. Tennessee has only 1 timeout remaining. They do go to a knee. Philip Fulmer would just like to get in the dressing room and try to sort out some of these problems. As well. Yard interception returned by Keith Spann to the 1, set up Anderson's 1-yard run. So the defense outgained the Memphis offense 76-32 in the first half. Kevin Cobb waiting for the kickoff. And it's a bad kick out of bounds near the 20. So Memphis offense. Audrey Anderson with his typical very deep drop. And the pass is short of Chancey Carr. A moment ago, Artie Gigantino spoke with Rip Shearer.
Guys, these guys believe. You know, and I said all along this whole week, we're going into this thing, we expect to win the football game. I don't think you'll see any letdown.
What did you tell your offense in terms of trying to get the ball moving a little bit more?
We just got to keep fighting. We're a little bit, we just an inch or two short. We're about to pop out of there a couple of times. We just got to keep blocking them, sustain the blocks, keep doing what we're doing.
Good luck to you in the second half, Coach. Thank you very much. Rip Shearer, head football coach.
Material ready, Mike, but watch out. We're going to play these guys tough.
Drew Paramore. Hunting with the breeze. Terry Fair backpedal to the 20. Broke the tackle of Racconi, then was tackled at the 28-yard line after an 8-yard.
Is what made the difference in the football game, 7-7.
Defensive players we spoke with yesterday from Memphis said they felt that they could put some hits on Manning. They could rattle him early. And he did appear. Handoff went to the fullback, Eric Lane. And he has the
defense, not the dime package.
Play action fake by Manning. And his pass is caught. There's a flag down in the secondary. Peerless Price, the reception, short of a first down at the... Who is known as Rip to his friends in the Pittsburgh area because he used to sleep a lot. Rip Van Winkle. Graham, the ball carry for the first down. Tim here today, as are all 5 of Rip Shear's sisters. Fake to Graham, pass in the flat, wide open. Marcus Nash out of bounds with a first down at the 33-yard line. Coach Fulmer said they needed to get in and make some changes at the half, and it appears they have. They're moving the ball impressively. Richard Hogan's made. 2nd and 6. And that time very little on the run as Jesse Allen made the quick hit. The 23-yard line for a first down.
4 wides, dime package.
Manning with plenty of time. Throws, first down. Down to the 20 goes Marcus Nash, again tackled by Reddick. That's a pickup of now 35 for the year. Graham with lots of running room. This is as impressive opening possession of the second half for Tennessee. 7-7 the score in the third quarter. That's a first down as Graham was tackled by Hogan. He only needs to. First and goal at the 9-yard line. Manning, low throw, and the catch was not made by Nash. Mike McKenzie had the coverage. Volunteers punted 6 times in the first half. Graham the lone back on 2nd and goal. And he gets it on a draw and is thrown for a loss. Back at the 12, it was Tony Williams for a loss in this game for Tony Williams. Third and goal from the 12 against the blitz. The man is wide open, and Graham has the touchdown. First touchdown reception of the year for Graham. Jeff Hall adds the extra point, and Peyton Manning has now thrown at least 1 touchdown pass in 8 straight games. Jeff Hall kicks off now. Chris Hogue had the first kickoff of this half and kicked it out of bounds, so he got the hook from Coach Fulmer. And it's run back by Kevin Cobb, and apparently he never went down. No whistles blow, and he's still on his feet. And he will score, and it will count. Touchdown, Memphis.
And we talked back at the beginning of the show, how can Memphis get it done here? It's defense and it's special teams. And so far, each of those groups has made a big play for Memphis. Watch Kevin Cobb. Everybody in the stadium, especially the Tennessee defenders, thought he was down. Gets into the wedge right here. Look at the balance. Oh, my goodness, he never goes down. He stays up. That was Craig King who thought he had him tackled.
And credit the officials with great discipline. It would have been very easy to blow the whistle thinking his knee was down. What flexibility. How did he not hurt his ankle while making that play? Stayed on his feet, went 95 yards for the touchdown. The fourth longest kickoff return in Memphis history. So the Tigers are doing exclusively with defense and special teams, and they're still tied.
Look at special teams now in the second half. Kevin Cobb takes the ball on his own 5-yard line. Craig King, number 44, will flash into your screen, make a big hit. How does he stay up? That's incredible dexterity, great athletic ability, and Kevin Cobb can fly. Jeff Hall has no shot in the open field. 95 yards later, Sean McDonough, we got a football game.
First kickoff return for a touchdown for the University of Memphis since 1993 when Mac Cody brought one back 89 yards for a score against Central. Fearless Price driven back into the end zone, and he'll run it out. Good kickoff by Jimmy Keith, and Price was tripped up and stumbled just across the 20 to the 21. Tavares Newsom, 65,885. Sean Bryson back in the game at tailback. Manning going deep. One-on-one coverage, but the pass is incomplete. Mike McKenzie had excellent coverage on Andy McCullough. Second and 10. Bryson alone back in the game now for Tennessee. Manning, quick pass out to Nash. He's short of a first down. Knocked out by Keith Cobb, the brother of Kevin Cobb, twin brother. Memphis tries to keep the momentum. They could use a stop. Manning changing the play on 3rd down and 2 at the 29-yard line. The pass is caught for a first down. Big catch made by Jermaine Copeland. He was 37-yard line. On the ground. And Bryson tripped up at the line of scrimmage. Marcus cited by 7 points or less. And 7 of the 15 Tennessee wins over Memphis have been by 26 points or more. And Manning is sacked. Tony Williams again back at the 26-yard line.
Well, if somebody in the
end... Just under 7 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Only a 3-man rush, and Manning has time, and a receiver short of the first down. McCullough out of bounds at the 43, knocked out by Mike. And one game this season, which he's punted more often, that was 8 punts against Alabama. Chancey Carr taken down to the 16-yard line. He is the former offensive line coach, regarded as one of the best in the country. His line play this season has not been very good. Fumble! Riley was popped, and it's a free football inside the 20.
I think that was Torrey Noel that flashed from the strong safety position and popped it loose.
Tennessee players indicating they have recovered, and still no gesture from the officials. First turnover by Memphis. Tennessee in business at the 19. They're going up top right away, and it's incomplete out of the back of the end zone, looking for Price. Flag thrown. That ball's not catching. Britton Wilkins runs in very late. And a flag thrown right where the tackle was made on Eric Lane. Philip Fulmer said during the week, nobody hates us more than Memphis. And the Tigers are playing with that emotion this afternoon. Ball back at the 13-yard line.
Cat and mouse.
Now the Tigers come back up to the line. Jay Graham, the ball carrier. And in the 2 years under Rick Shearer, doing a better job keeping Memphis players in Memphis. Pass incomplete, thrown into traffic. Moore and Andy McCullough in the same neighborhood. And the ball passed back. 4 wide receivers. Three-man rush after a fake blitz to the end zone, intercepted, and down to the back of the end zone. Deron Sutton, a reserve cornerback, with his first interception of the season. And after the fumble on the 19-yard line by Riley, Tennessee does not capitalize.
This is unbelievable. Cat and mouse again. They showed man, and then Sutton drops back into his zone. Releases back underneath. Manning thought he had the cornered route. Unbelievable. 1, 2, 3, 5-step drop. He thinks he's got the corner route. Frustrating day.
He's taking a lot of hits. One from Bowling. On 1st and 10. Scruggs the fullback. Tripped up at the 41. Had that tackle not been made by Jason Parker, Scruggs. Anderson stumbled away from center. Has a man open in the flat. It's Kerry Cobb, a reserve tight end. Short gain for a yard, perhaps. 2nd and 9. 4:25 left third quarter. 14-14 the score. Anderson dropped across the state line into Mississippi before throwing that pass, and then threw it well. Junior college in the Bay Area in California for the Stampeders. Went to career at Berkeley High School. Anderson. Nowhere near a first down. Al Wilson made the tackle.
And former defensive back, tailback in high school.
Paramore. Booming punt. Fair. Catches it inside the 10. And good coverage by Memphis. Tackle made at the 14-yard line. A 48-yard punt by Paramore. And a 5-yard return by Pitt. Crowd split just about 50-50 in terms of numbers, but the noise being made by the Memphis fans at the moment. Jay Graham out to the 10, and that's all. Tackled by Tony Williams, who's playing the game.
Sure, the coordinator was behind one of the poles there. He's just a great defensive coordinator doing a heck of a job today.
Graham out to the 15, short of the first down by about 3 yards. That'll set up third down and 20 program. A huge win would help a lot. Manning. Short pass. It is good for a first down with the second effort by Eric Lane. Great play by Lane where he caught it. It went Lane and Graham in the backfield. Graham tripped up at the line. Might have leg whipped. As he gets his athletic work ethic from watching his sister. Which he puts into her track career. No running room that time for Jay, and there'll be no medals handed out to the offensive line for Tennessee again today. Well, again, who will play effectively, but that hasn't happened for this Tennessee line. Third down. They need to come up just shy of the 30. Scored 7 points. The Memphis touchdown on the kickoff return. They fake the draw on 3rd and 10. The pass caught. Another first down. This time it's Jermaine Copeland. Third catch for Copeland. Final 30 seconds of the quarter. Sean Bryson. Good move to cut it upfield. He crossed the... And they just did get this play off. Bryson stopped short of a first down. So we'll have another big third down on the first play of the fourth quarter. Offense. Third down and 1. Tennessee's already converted twice on third down in this possession. Up and over goes Graham for the first down. Better than 2-1 in favor of Tennessee. The total yardage 265 for Tennessee, 61 for Memphis, but it's a tie game. It's Sean Bryson crossing midfield down at the 4. They've already made some big plays on third down on this drive. Second down and 4. Here comes the blitz. Bryson tackled by Hogan, but it's another first down. 14-14 the score. Manning dropped the snap and had to fall on it back at the 46-yard line. Believe it or not, the breeze has shifted. And Hogan wraps up Bryson. Well, the 3 big stars, we were told by the Memphis coaches, on their recruited Richard Hogan's out of Columbus, Georgia. Tennessee's done a fine job on third and long today. Manning going deep, overthrown, looking for Andy McCullough. Running down the hash marks. 8th punt for Binion. Matching his season and career high, and they nearly blocked it. It was deflected, so even though Binion went down, there is no flag. He is slow to get up. Don Hazelwood got a piece of the ball, and Binion. And as a result, in them as an offense, the Tigers of Memphis. They begin this one at their own 15-yard line. 14-14 the score, 12 minutes remaining. Reverse. It might be a pass. It's Richie Floyd turning into a gainer and short of a first down. And there might be a flag for a hit out of bounds. So with the walk-off, they're out to the 38-yard line. And off to the fullback, Scruggs. He gets across the 40, out to the 42. Let's check in New York with Paddle. Second and 6. Andre Woods, flag thrown in the area in which you would expect a holding call. As the play stands, it's very close to a first down. Bill, another fatal error. They almost made one on the fumble at the 19-yard line, but the defense got the ball back.
That's exactly right, Sean. You can see it right here. Once again, Memphis 41 yards of total offense this half.
Which, to be kind, is an improvement over their performance in the first half. And they had 32. On second and long, Anderson with a lot of time to throw. Has his man. Short of a first down, it's Richie Floyd. He's out at the 44-yard line. Conference USA. Big third down. They're only 2 of 10 on third down today. 14 all to score in the fourth quarter. They're going for a bunch, and it's incomplete. Trying to hit the home run with Damian Dodson, and Raymond Austin was running stride for stride with him. He had 4,499 career receiving yards in high school. And 229 catches, but he couldn't catch that long one. It was an interesting play call. Third down and 5. They went for the home run ball. Another excellent punt on the 8th punt of the day by Paramore. Fair made the mistake and caught it inside his own 10. And he only brought it out to the 12. A 52-yard punt, a 7-yard return, and all back on the 12-yard line. First and 10. 14 all, just under 10 minutes remaining. Peyton Manning throws complete to Andy McCullough. Short of a first down near the 20. A game cornerback, and of course he had the big interception in the end zone in the third quarter. Eric Lane, short of the first down. They need to reach the 22. Manning throwing under pressure. It is caught for a first down. Marcus Nash. 20 completions now for Peyton Manning, 3 shy of the all-time career record at Tennessee. Threw that one away. Second and 10 upcoming. BC beat them 2 years in a row, and Notre Dame won a tight one last year at home. And they have another tight one going in Chestnut Hill. Second down and 10. He had a lot of time for Manning. Wants the long one. Too long. Looking for Copeland. He's been a frequent target. Tied the game at 14. We're still at 14 all. 8.5 minutes left. Another long pass and a man open. Caught. Peerless Price down to the 20.
And that is vintage Manning right